Guys, Greg here from Citadel Roof Systems. We're up here on your roof right now taking a look at why you're having these leaks, and we want to show you a few things that we found and explain to you a little bit why we think that it's leaking and how we would repair these leaks. First, we're going to come and take a look at some of these areas. There are a couple of these spots, and as you can see, it's flaking up now, and it looks like, you know, some years ago somebody came up here and installed an elastomeric type material on this here. And this is flaking off right now for a couple of reasons. One, on this particular type of metal, we need to do proper prep to ensure that things will stick to it, because there can be adhesion problems with this type of metal. And another reason is you want to use a high elongation material when you're repairing areas like this. This particular material here did not have high enough of an elongation, and so we would go with more of a flashing grade material than just an elastomeric coating on a spot like that. And that would hold true for this whole section here. Now this is leaking all the way along the edge here. You can see some of the areas here where you would have water coming in, and this continues all the way up the parapet wall that we have here. And you can see some areas are more significant than others. That area there. Okay, and as we continue on to the other side here, we have the same issue with water coming in through those same areas. And if we look along here, you can see, for example, this spot here, you have good water penetration coming in there, and you can see that these fasteners aren't even holding anything. And so what we would do is we would go along, torque any of these fasteners down, replace ones that are torn out like this with oversized fasteners to make sure that this whole section here is sealed good, or at least held down good with the fasteners. And then we would go through with a flashing grade material and do what's called a 3-course fiber reinforced repair on this whole area all the way up and over. And so that would be fully reinforced and seamless area for you, a seamless transition, so you wouldn't have any more leaks there. And then now, where we get into your drainage, you can see again that there is some sort of elastomeric material that's been placed here. And you know, typically people will put this stuff on here thinking that it's going to stop their leaks, but unfortunately, as you can see, it will fail pretty quickly. And so we have, you know, significant rust and flaking here. Now this material that was laid on here, again, doesn't have a high enough elongation for the movement that takes place on this roof. And so what we'll do is we'll come through here and we'll blast all of this off with about 4,000 psi pressure washer with a turbo nozzle to remove as much as possible, and then we'll address the rust. We will install a rust inhibitor primer that will take care of that rust, and then upon retorquing all of these fasteners and replacing any of them that are loose with oversized fasteners, we again will come through with a high elongation flashing material over this whole area here, and fiber reinforce is needed. And after we blast it off, we're going to have a better idea as to what we need to fiber reinforce. And one option that we could do for you is take a look at sealing this whole trough area for you from the top of this side all the way to the top of this side, and fabric reinforcing it for you, so that you know that in the future you're not going to have any more issues with the ice damming or just with your rain. Another spot that we're having leaks in is around these units here, and we'll do the same thing with these units. We'll address all of the fasteners, we'll do the proper prep, grind where needed, and install a high elongation flashing material around there as well. Fabric reinforce as needed to make sure that you're not having any more leaks around these units. The feel of your roof looks pretty good. As you can see, there are a few spots that were addressed by somebody some years ago, like that spot there that you can see. And as we come over here, you can see other spots here where there's just an elastomeric material that's just been brushed on. And so what we would do is we would, with our pressure washers, remove as much of that as possible, and then look to do a fully reinforced repair for you guys as well on all of these spots that we're seeing the old repairs on. And so that should get you guys in pretty good shape. Down the other end, we have the same issues over there that we just showed you along that parapet wall. And so we'll do the same kind of repairs on both ends of these, and we'll also give you an option for a full roof restoration but as you can see, the field of the roof does look pretty good. So I think you'll be good with a tune-up option here, and we'll break out for you 3 levels of tune-ups so that you have plenty of things to choose from, and we'll give you the benefits of each. And so there you have it. That's how we're going to address this for you guys, and we will get you your proposal shortly. Thanks a lot. Greg from Citadel Roof Systems, 603-969-0968.